All right, guys. I hope you all are doing well. Thank you all again for spending your time with us this Thursday evening. We're really excited. We had over 1,000 people register for this webinar, and we're going to give you a lot of good information and free tidbits to help you in your e-commerce journey. So what this is, this webinar is about the evolution of print on demand and e-commerce. We're hosting this webinar with our partners at Printify. It's a great print-on-demand platform that we use for a lot of our internal sites, and we also refer our Academy Mentorship Accelerator students to them. So let's get into this. So again, who I am. I'm a serial technology and digital marketing entrepreneur. I founded one of the first print-on-demand platforms in the entire world. It was called Thread Me Up. I'm a just-in-time supply chain and print-on-demand expert. I've visited over 36 manufacturing and fulfillment warehouses that produce all types of product in North America, the United Kingdom, and Canada. This is actually one of the warehouses where your t-shirts are actually housed in the United States. It's about 1 million square feet. And it's a really awesome, time to get into print on demand. As I said, I've been in this game, in this print on demand industry for 9 years. So I've seen it mature and evolve, and I'm just really excited to explain how that is. I'm currently the co-founder and CEO of Prolific Media, and I'll explain a bit about what Prolific is here in a second. I also invest and advise growing startups, tech companies, and e-commerce companies. And then my team and I also are active philanthropists and do our best to support charities through physical products and marketing assistance. So that's a bit about me. This is a bit about Prolific. This is my team and I at Snapchat, like a month and a half ago or so, at Snapchat HQ, meeting with some pretty high up people at Snapchat. That's Nick in the middle. He's our chief operating officer. Nick spent tens of millions of dollars on paid acquisition over the past few years for some really prolific brands. And then that's Jacob right next to Nick. And Jacob's my co-founder and chief marketing officer, and he handles a lot of our day-to-day ad responsibilities with Nick as well. So that's a bit about us. Again, that's at Snapchat HQ. We're pretty keen on Snapchat. I'll explain a little bit more later. And then here's why you should listen, guys. We've spent over $20 million in the past few years to generate over $100 million in trackable e-commerce revenue. With all that being said, we've sold well over 1 million print-on-demand products in the past few years alone. It's actually trajecting towards 1.5 this year. So we should update that statistic, team. And we do this all from our headquarters in Chicago. That's where we're located. And what is Prolific Media? Our core competencies of e-commerce optimization and digital strategy through paid media has literally turned startup companies and e-commerce marketplaces and other various direct-to-consumer brands into multi-million-dollar powerhouses. Every day we wake up, we change businesses overnight when we touch them. Again, we've spent $20 million across Facebook, Google, Bing, Snapchat, and Pinterest profitably. Now, what this has allowed us to do is develop our proprietary marketing funnel that we are keen on using with all of our agency clients, our internal stores, and our mentorship accelerator program, which I'll talk to you about a little bit later on in this webinar. So again, we've generated over 100 million in trackable revenue online. A good bit of it has been print on demand. One of our brands is a city-centric apparel brand. In the first 2 months of 2019, we spent $234,000 to generate just under $1 million in revenue. Guys, that's a 406% return on ad spend. That's just on Facebook. On Google, we spent $43,000 to generate over $250,000 in revenue. That's from strategic search and shopping campaigns, and I'm very keen on Google this year. Another brand, a boutique women's fashion brand, currently seeing a bit over 250% revenue year over year. A boutique apparel and hat brand saw a 434% return on ad spend about 200,000 in revenue in the first 2 months of working with Prolific Media, myself and my team directly. So we actually practice what we preach, guys. This is what we do. We live, we eat, we breathe this shit on a daily basis. We love it. Here's the ad account from the niche apparel brand. One of our niche apparel and decor brands, again, 234,000. I want to reiterate this because it's that mind-boggling. To generate $1 million in the first 2 months of working with us, a 400% return on ad spend. This is the boutique canvas brand. Again, 200,000, 871K so far this year. That's a 4+ return on ad spend. And I'm going to mention ROAS. That's the acronym for return on ad spend. That's the one metric that matters. I'll talk a bit later about it as well. And then this is one of our mentorship accelerator students. We have an accelerator program, which I'll talk about a little bit later as well, where we actually mentor you one-on-one, the Prolific executives directly. And this student started at $16,000 a month. And we were able in the first month to scale their business as a direct result of our conversion rate, optimization best practices, our email automation tactics and strategies, and of course our paid acquisition efforts to $115,000 in the first month of working with us. Guys, that's in April. That's last month. This month, we're on track to hit, what's the date today? May 23rd. We're on track to hit $350,000 in business this month. We get emails from this client. You know, part of what they do is inventory. Part of what they do is on demand. It's an amazing company, and we're literally disrupting their supply chain right now, where we're waking up with emails and text messages almost every day saying, hey guys, you know, you guys are selling us out of this product. We need to focus on our on-demand items. So then we go there, and then they have to staff up in customer support. We're literally changing these businesses and these people's lives. And that's why we do this. That's why I'm on this webinar talking to you guys, because I want to add value to you and hopefully help you as a budding entrepreneur online. So with that all being said, that's a little bit about myself, my team, and here's what we're going to go over actually in this webinar. Why print on demand and how to make the most of it. Good product research and design. I see not enough people focus on sales-driven, data-driven product research. And that's what I'm going to touch on very intensely in this. Website optimization tips. Your website is like a house. We use this awesome analogy. We're going to teach you how to build a proper house that's set up to convert before you try to start running paid traffic or organic traffic to your website. Your website's foundation needs to be pristine in order to capture that traffic and convert it properly. The next thing we're going to go over is our best practices on Facebook, and other ad platforms that we use. We're going to go over our copy practices, our ad best practices, and we're going to just show you what we teach our agency and mentorship accelerator students here live. And then we're going to go over building your team and general business principles. I see that as often overlooked. A lot of people waste time trying to figure out every step when you can outsource it for very cheaply and efficiently. I'm going to teach you a little bit about that here as well. So here's what you'll get. You have to stick around till the end in order to get this, guys. We literally spent a month putting this webinar together, so we appreciate your attendance again, and we have a lot of freebies that we're going to give at the end of this. And so here's what you'll get. You're going to get optimal product descriptions. It's a PDF. It's literally a template that you can use on your store or whatever, wherever you sell, and it's exactly what we use on our websites to have SEO-driven product descriptions and just really effective product descriptions. We're going to give you our preferred vendors, products, and pricing lists from Printify. We're going to go in and we're going to send you our master Prolific catalog. This is how we train our designers and our product launchers to work with Printify and print on demand in general to be efficient, and we're just going to give that to you. Again, you have to stick around to the end. And then we're going to give you our unit economics spreadsheet. It's evolved. It's how we precisely price our items online to know our gross profit margin all the way down to our net profit margin. So it's very important. I see a lot of people overlook that. They think they can just like launch it and guess, and that's how you fail. So we're going to teach you how to build a sustainable business here. And then we're going to also give you the LTV, which is the lifetime value calculator, because you're going to be able to get people in the door initially and get a product for sale, but how do you maximize that for the life of that customer? Then we're going to give you evolved ad creatives, as I mentioned, canvas wall art, apparel. I think we have hats, headwear, drinkware, and even other home decor type products in terms of the templates that we're going to give you. And you can literally put your logos and your products in them and create beautiful templates, which I'll show you here in a bit. And then why print on demand, guys? Why print on demand and product research and development? So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk to you about the e-commerce and supply chain evolution here. Technologies like Printify connect you to an existing ecosystem of vendors with very minimal effort. Guys, I've been in every major print-on-demand provider's facility across North America and several overseas. I know this like the back of my hand. The great thing about Printify and the vendors within that ecosystem is you can leverage the rich and diverse supply chain, which is growing and expanding. I think Printify just actually raised $3 million in venture funding because they're about to go balls to the wall here and add more products so us sellers can sell. And then take advantage of the level of transparency Printify offers. You know, people like to go into search for other apps and other vendors and things like that, when literally this is like one house that gives you multiple options. That's why I like it. So the level of transparency is great. They don't really mark up their products. It's a direct, pretty much vendor connection, and it's straight. And I like the platform, and I think they're going to keep growing. So nevertheless, this evolution in supply chain is contagious, man. Like, it's growing. Like, it used to just be t-shirts. It's a lot more than just t-shirts now. And we'll show you our preferred vendors here in a second. So on-demand product manufacturing and fulfillment. It allows you to procure better designs, creatives. There are domestic vendors, and their capabilities are increasing. They're investing a lot of money in their technology infrastructure and their machinery and their people. So you really need to take advantage of that because the domestic supply chain is growing. The global supply chain and shipping has evolved. Print machinery and fulfillment capabilities are increasing, and people have such a higher perceived value with print on demand than tchotchke items from China. So here's retail pricing. This is how we price our items, guys. We look at our gross revenue, and Jacob's going to send this out for sticking around till the end here. But this is an actual formula in a spreadsheet that is evolved, that we've evolved over the last 2 years, that allows us to price our products so we understand our margins precisely. So there's the gross revenue aspect, then you have your cost of goods sold, and you can see it in dollar amount and percentage. Then you have your gross profit, and most people don't factor in everything underneath that: the credit card processing, shipping, returns, and then your cost per acquisition, obviously, and which gives you your net profit margin. That's how you actually build a real sustainable print-on-demand business. And our general rule of thumb is 100, even 150% markup from what the vendor is charging you. So we'll go ahead and send that out at the end of this webinar. And yeah, I'm going to continue to move on here. So here's a little bit about Printify and why I like Printify. Again, I've actually built a technology platform for print on demand and have enabled tens of thousands of users. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this. And Printify is preferred vendors and products. So here's one vendor that I really like with Printify and our team uses. It's a major apparel print provider called Dream Junction. Now, they were initially in the West Coast, I believe in California, around Orange County area. And they have a great setup and they have great pricing. And they actually have a proprietary digital print press there. As you see, it's called OvalJet that they created, and it's awesome. And it looks like recently they expanded to Hebron, Kentucky. That's actually where Amazon's print-on-demand facility is as well. So this is a great facility. I know the owner of the company. I've been there, and I just couldn't recommend it more. I really like it. It does a great job. And they invest in their people. They invest in their equipment. They invest in making sure your customer experience is superb. Now, here are two other print-on-demand providers that we use with Printify. One is called ArtGun. I think it's based in Florida, Miami, or somewhere in Florida. They use the Kornit machines, which are also good. And I guess one of the main reasons why I like this specific print provider is because you're allowed to decorate on like the inner neck label. So as Jacob showed you, I don't know if you guys saw in the beginning, but that Try Not to Suck shirt, like when we're building real brands, not just fly-by-night stores, we're focused on quality branding emphasis. And one thing I like about this company is they allow you to brand it on the inner neck label in other areas. So instead of selling that shirt for, let's say, $25, you can actually sell it for $30 because there's that branded aspect to it. So that's why I like ArtGun. Again, based in Florida, we use them. And we refer a lot of our mentorship accelerator students to it. And there's another great facility in, I believe, Michigan called My Locker. A lot of people say that like they use Custom Cat. I saw a couple comments. You don't even need to use Custom Cat. You can use My Locker with Printify, and they have digital print, apparel, embroidery. They have other products as well. So we use them from time to time. And yeah, all three great apparel and print facilities though, and located in different parts of America. This is one that I really, really like, and I've sold a lot with them. I believe they're based in Colorado. It's called CG Pro Prints, and it's a canvas vendor. And I like showing the actual facilities to show you guys that these are real people producing these items. You know, there are real equipment, there's real square footage, and there are real humans actually creating these products. I like CG Pro Prints because it's made in America, it's fast turnaround time, and the quality is superb. I really like them. They offer landscape canvas prints, portrait canvas prints, and a multitude of styles and sizes. I mean, I think one that we're selling there goes up, the retail price for one of the things that we're selling from CG Pro Prints is like upwards of $500. So we have like $50 items all the way up to like $500 items, and we're making good margins behind those as well. So CG Pro Prints, I like them. Take a look at them if you haven't. So here's another one. I believe it's based in the Carolinas. Yeah, North Carolina. It's called MWW On Demand. This is a photo from their facility in North Carolina. They're a great home decor vendor. They have pillows. They have leggings. They have tapestries. Basically, think of your living room, and you can decorate your living room with these two vendors that I just shared with you, CG Pro Prints and MWW On Demand. So take a look at them. If you work with us through Printify, we're working out some deals with Printify where we have free samples so you can test out some of these items. So just contact us, and we'll put you in touch with the team there as well if you haven't worked with them. And then there's all over print leggings that are cut and sewn. It's really hard in America to get a good cut and sewed legging that's not shitty and from China. And so I really like the cut and sewed leggings here. They're affordable. And guys, we have to think about seasonality. Remember that we're approaching summer right now, right? So in summer, there are people that are going to do yoga. They're going to go to the gym. They're going to do all this stuff, right? So you frame this webinar should be framed in terms of seasonality. Right now, we're entering summer, and I think you should focus on summer-based products in addition to what I call evergreen products that will always sell. Again, as I mentioned, here are some of our best-selling products in case you were wondering. We sell the Gildan 5000, the Gildan 2000. We sell the Bella Canvas 301C. We sell the Bella Flowy, the next level, the Bella Flowy tank top, the next level tank top. Again, refer to the Prolific Master catalog that Jacob's going to go ahead and send. And yeah, I mean, it's literally mind-boggling. You could sell so many types of products and build an Allmarked type store And most people are like stuck in the t-shirt. Just, I'm going to sell t-shirts. I'm going to sell t-shirts. Absolutely. You should fucking sell t-shirts, but sell other things. Complement the t-shirt with other items. Build something that you can have an average order value that's $75, $100 or more. And so here's some of the things that we sell. As I said, home decor, canvas, pillows, all types of pillows, by the way, different sizes as well. Tapestries, metal prints, drinkware. All over print, we sell leggings. And recently, we had a mentorship accelerator student who entered our program. And I mean, he did like $200,000 or $300,000, I don't know, a few $100,000 last year in business. This year, he's on pace after our team coached him essentially and mentored him one-on-one. I think he's going to do between 2 to 3 million this year. And he sells shoes. And I'm very keen on shoes this Q3 and Q4. I think we're going to sell a lot of shoes this Q3 and Q4, all over printed shoes. It's great, man. So one thing that I get a lot of, of questions out from like even venture capital firms and private equity companies is like, Amazon's just going to gobble this market up. When really, they have their stake, but we can compete with Amazon, guys. We can compete with them, and we can use them as a source for sales. So you don't have to, think about it in the scarcity mindset. Margins are imperative to compete with Amazon, though. You need to get them through the door with a lower ticket item, like an apparel item, and then build that experience around those home decor type products. And then, competing with Amazon also means that you need to have an exceptional customer experience. I was watching an episode. I don't watch TV anymore. All I do is watch like documentaries and YouTube videos and stuff. And I was watching an episode or an interview with Jeff Bezos from like 1990. And he's like, yeah, we're selling books right now, but here's our vision. He kind of laid it out. And there was a lot of like naysayers and critics. And I was just like, this guy is a visionary and we should respect him, but we should learn from him, guys. We should take our skills and see what they did. This print on demand market started with t-shirts and mugs, kind of those lower items, right? Now it's evolved because the capabilities and the vendors have evolved. So we need to take that Amazon approach and expand our stores and have multiple product categories, multiple product collections, and build a deep product depth based on sales, data-driven statistics. And the goal is to have a turnaround time that's awesome. And print on demand allows you to do that. I know a lot of drop shippers that are struggling, man. I'm not saying that it's going anywhere, but I do know a lot of drop shippers that have issues, actually building sustainable brand. Maybe they make a bunch of money really quickly, or they lose a bunch of money really quickly. But I'm keen on print on demand because of the customer experience that it enables us to provide. So we actually can compete with Amazon and be out merch by Amazon by going direct to consumer. Guys, what constitutes good design? This is actually from our internal sites. So this is one of our faith-based brands that was in our Mentorship Accelerator program, actually the first one in our Mentorship Accelerator program. And now this is a multi-seven-figure brand. And look at the design. Look at the ad mock-up. Look at the template behind it. It's beautiful. It resonates with the female, likely, who's going to buy that product, right? And so if you take a look at how awesome this is designed, it's a simple design. It's a one-color design, but look how we use text. Look how we use different fonts. Look how we have that, fern or whatever that little flower thing is at the bottom of it. And then this is another one. It's veteran as fuck. This is one that we've got inspired from and we've sold on our a military / holiday American audience that crushes it in holiday seasons. You think 4th of July, you think Halloween, you think Christmas, and you think St. Patrick's Day. You think all of these kind of like seasonalities or seasons or events that are really that should be knocked down in the marketing calendar, because that's really all they are, to sell more product. So that's a great design. It's simple. And then this is one that we've sold. I like my diamonds on with the dirt on them. Look at the SKU we're selling it on. It's not just a basic t-shirt or a basic tank top. We're selling it on a nice product. This is something that someone's going to open and they're going to love. And we have a human modeling it as part of our additional mock-ups on our website as well. So this is just 3 examples. I could literally spend 20 minutes going over this whole thing, but I have to move forward due to time. What constitutes good Canvas design? This is one from one of our Chicago Canvas sites. You can reference Iconic, you can reference iCanvas for inspiration, but you really need to elevate your game when it comes to Canvas design. You can manipulate stock imagery using Pexels or Unsplash. I think I go over it in the next slide. But you really need unique designs and unique ad templates. Guys, look at how this looks. I am painting the picture in the person's eyes right now. There's a fireplace. It's in their living room. There's a beautiful black couch. So you have to really take that into consideration and not half-ass that part of design and actually creating good adverts that convert. This is one from Lumi. This is one of our mentorship accelerator students and our creative director. He designed our prolific.media website. And he's done a great job. And I'll showcase his brand here in a second. Great job, though. Guys, I'm going to pause. I'm going to take a sip of water right now because this is a very important topic right now. Sales-driven product research. Sales-driven product research. I have seen over the past 9 years of doing this, I have seen many people literally Google an idea and then try to launch it with no hypothesis that it will work. It's just, oh, I think this is cute. Guys, Prolific Media's mantra is data over ego. Everything that we do is data driven. Okay? I'm gonna go right into Amazon. We use Amazon every day to source product ideas. We use paid tools, free tools, and the thing is we measure specific KPIs. We actually teach you how to do that in our mentorship accelerator program. But we use Amazon, we use Etsy, we use AliExpress to source these products, and that enables us to have a much higher batting percentage when actually launching products. And guys, we launch sometimes dozens of products a week, but we're not just throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks. What we're actually doing is based on sales data, based on estimated sales, ranks, and other KPIs and key performance indicators, we're actually using those marketplaces that people look at and say, oh, I can't compete with them, reverse engineering our competitors and other products on those marketplaces and going to market on our own stores direct to consumer via Shopify or WooCommerce, directly on Facebook ads, Google ads, influencer marketing, etc. So highly recommend anything that you do, and if there's one big thing you take away from this, sales data-driven product research. Don't do it any other way. It'll be really hard to get something to scale that way. So guys, this is something that we teach all of our agency clients, and this is something that we've actually developed into our Prolific theme. These are website optimization tips that we use on our websites to average anywhere from 3 to 5% conversion rate on the majority of the websites and clients that we run. So guys, here's a good analogy. Jacob put this in here. Your homepage is the front of your home, right? It's the curb appeal. It's what helps you get people in the door to see the rest of your house. Your collection pages are like the number of bedrooms in the house. The nicer the bedrooms, the better the house, AKA the better the website. Your product pages are like the kitchen. Most home flippers and real estate agents know a good kitchen can sell a home. So these pages, you really want to have them optimized with good product reviews, awesome descriptions, which I'll go into in a second, and great product photos. Because that's your website version of granite countertops and expensive stainless steel appliances. That's what's going to push them over the edge. So make sure you understand that your website is like a house, and this is the analogy that we use. Marketing automation. Guys, I've looked at $500,000 stores, $1 million stores, $10 million stores, $20 million stores, $50 million stores, $100 million stores. I've literally looked in the back ends of these stores, and we've worked with a lot of them, and we have a few of them. And marketing automation is part of your site's home and foundation. It's something that a lot of people really overlook. but it's incredibly important when it comes to building a sound foundation for your house, aka website. Here are some email automation sequences that we use. I think Jacob's going to drop one of our partner links to our preferred vendor that we use, that I was just at their office in Boston. They just raised $150 million in venture funding. But this is from one of our sites. So new customer drip sequence, it's 5+ email. Guys, the goal is to educate them. New subscriber drip sequence, educate them and remind them why they're on their list. If someone gave you their email or was thinking about checking out and you have their email or subscribe to your newsletter or whatever they did, you're going to want to speak to them and educate them as to why they're on your list and remind them of who you are and that you have discounts and promos for them. So number 1 and number 2 is really to educate them to get your email open rates and sender score with the email provider you use up. Number 3, add to cart abandoned sequence. Add to cart abandoned sequence. This is a 3 email sequence, and you need to add more urgency and incentive behind these emails. Number 4, view abandonment sequence. This is a 2 email sequence, and this is where you really build that sense of urgency and you fucking hook them. You need to hook them, right? So number 1, number 2 is a jab where we're jabbing them. Number 2, number 3 is where we hook them and really get them to convert and sell. So again, this is the analogy you use. I box every day of my life. We're going to hook them with 1 and 2, and then we're going to jab them with 1 and 2, and then we're going to hook them with 3 and 4. So make sure you look at that. Now look at this screenshot from one of our accounts. Browse abandonment generated $10,700. Abandoned cart generated just under $9,000. The customer drip series generated just under $2,000, and customer win back generated just over $1,600. So this is literally from our account, and I'm teaching you how we do it with these 4 steps. We write a lot of emails, and we have our marketing automation set up to a T. We actually teach this hands-on in our mentorship accelerator program as well. And Jacob actually goes on a one-on-one call with you and goes hand in hand and builds this out for you. Here are other automations. I think I saw, like, before we started, someone asked, do you guys use other automations? Absolutely, we use other automations. So Prolific has an SMS, that's a text message marketing partner that is based in Boston that actually engages with your past customers, abandoned carts, and view abandonments. I mean, look at this message. We install this on all of our sites, and we install this on all of our agency sites, and we make sure all of our academy students through our mentorship accelerator program has it. So look at this message, guys. Hey, Madeline, it's Sarah from Brand X. I see, what does it say? I see you're interested in our stretch yoga pants. Can I answer any questions? I need this by Saturday. Can they make it in time if I ordered it? Since you're shipping it, I need, it might be a little tight. I just made you an order for a 2-day shipping to ensure it arrives on time. Oh my God, you guys rock. And literally, these are white label customer support agents, real humans texting your customers. This is a Prolific partner that we've been using for the last year, and we absolutely kill it with SMS marketing. Facebook Messenger sequence, this is one we use. There's another app that we use there as well. Fashion Nova and a bunch of other companies use it. So check it out. Product reviews, guys. This is where we place product reviews on some of our websites right here underneath the price. We actually put it deeper down on the homepage as well. And the product reviews help increase your conversion rate by adding social proof. Other people do it. Why not? Why would you not take your customers or perceived customers, or even if you bought a product, and upload it into your store as a happy review? And we use Luke's app for that, guys. So definitely I would recommend using that. Guys, here's a template that Jacob's going to send to you for sticking around with me for another about 15, 20 minutes here probably. And this is a product template that we use that you see how the mock-ups are on the left, the product default image is on the right. We have 2 to 5 sentences right there on the right, and then a few bullet points, which is our unique value proposition as to why you should buy it. Guys, know your customers and prospects like the back of your fucking hand. Okay, you need to know your customers and prospects. When I started in selling t-shirts online, I wasn't print on demand. I was going to a screen printer, buying hundreds. Actually, for this event, we bought thousands of t-shirts, And I would travel all across America at trade shows and events, and I would literally flip them hard. I knew my target audience, and this was when I was like 17 or 18 in college. And this is how I actually got into the game. And I would buy a bunch of inventory, and I would go and I would sell it to people direct. And I know how to sell it to them because I knew the audience that I was speaking to. And you need to know the audience you're speaking to refine your voice, to speak to your customers' wants and needs. So I did that in person, and now I've built dozens and dozens of businesses since then that take that same principle and apply it to any product that we sell. So focus on solutions to problems more so than features. Structure your description as efficiently as possible without getting too wordy. Be concise there. Write as if the prospect is right there in front of you. As I said, I'm at the trade show flipping shirts to people at 18 years old. I made like $250,000 in college doing this on habibtees.com, baby. That was my first website I ever did. And my college buddy and CTO at Thread Me Up helped me build it. And the rest is history from there. But complete the final edit with an eye towards grammar and SEO. I see too many people just overlook that. And if you're not good at it, guys, hire a freaking freelancer that knows what they're doing for $8 to $10 an hour or whatever they're going to cost to do it. It's cheap and it's worth it. If you want to build a sustainable house that doesn't break and have leaks and things of that nature, you need to make sure your product descriptions are developed and written properly. Guys, use this product description template, please. Use this product description template. Jacob, I think you're going to send it to them. Make sure to send it to them at the end of this. Guys, here's a checkout page optimization that I see far too many people overlook. There's this trust factor here that we need. And this helps us. I think the statistic is like 1% conversion lift because of this. This is actually in our prolific theme. It's already coded into our prolific theme. And so I'll speak to you about our mentorship accelerator program here in a bit, but I want to give you as much free information as possible right now. This is something that we use. We actually just installed it on one of our mentorship accelerator students who aired on Shark Tank 2 weeks ago, and it helped them tremendously, man. So why buy from us? There's 2 unique value propositions there: 100% satisfaction guarantee and over X items successfully delivered. And then right underneath that, you see real customer reviews, where you basically a screenshot, a JPEG or a PNG from Luke's app right there. And it just gives them that nudge to get them over the finish line and give you their money. Guys, how to raise your AOV. If you guys don't know what AOV is, it's average order value. Pre-purchase and post-purchase upsells. Those are 2 scenarios. Complement home decor items that will go well with your first product. Again, we try to shoot for $100 AOV now. That gives us the ability to spend to acquire a customer profitably and really scale ad campaigns. And then use bundles. There's good apps out there. Like one of them is called Smart 7. I think there's a couple other ones that are good out there that allow you to bundle. And basically before someone's at the decision point to buy the product, says, hey, but wait, here are 3 complimentary items, kind of like Amazon says it, bundle it for a 20% off discount or whatever you deem is profitable for you. Again, after using our unit economics spreadsheet, make sure you do that or else you'll probably lose money. And then increase spending incentives, but including but not limited to shipping. This is something we do in seasonality a lot to kind of drive that impulse purchase. Free shipping on all orders over 100. You can, use that unit economics spreadsheet to really understand what that is, or what's feasible for you. But as you see, it's just a bar on our website. This is also in our prolific theme, which is awesome. And we turn it on during holiday seasons, and it really helps increase our average order value. So higher pricing equals more margin. I think this is one of the things that I preach and I practice. I like to sell more expensive stuff. I'd rather sell a $29 t-shirt than a $19 t-shirt. I'd rather sell a $100 canvas than a $50 canvas. I'd rather go higher to give me the room to spend money profitably in order to capture that customer's attention and get them through the door. Test at the first price point. If it's not moving the needle and you're not seeing good click-through rates and conversion rates on your website, feel free to edit, but make sure you're doing that based on the unit economics spreadsheet that we have. That's really important. And then increase perceived value of products, guys. If your site quality is awesome, most people just install a free Shopify theme, or some affiliate sells them some bullshit theme that doesn't work, and then they spend like thousands of dollars already to try to get this thing off the ground, and this person helps them, and then this person, and then they watch 10 different YouTube videos, and all you have to do is just take what we're doing and kind of what we're preaching and just do it. And if you need help, we have a program for that as well, but I'm not even asking you necessarily to join that right now. Like, this is free information. Take it. Sell higher margin products. It's not just about t-shirts and mugs these days. While we sell a shit ton of those still, it's just not about that. You need to leverage that rich, diverse supply chain to increase your site's trust and ability to really build that AOV, that average order value. Guys, this is something that I saw in a presentation a few years ago. The one metric that matters, your OMTM. This for Prolific, and Nick and Jacob can attest to this, our one metric that matters is ROAS, which is return on ad spend. Our goal, typically, obviously this is a case by case, but our goal is to shoot for a 2.75 return on our paid ads. And I think Jacob's going to send the OMTM calculator out as well. But 2.75 allows us, to be profitable and really scale that purchase volume. By selling products with a higher price point, as I've been mentioning, you'll have more money and more room to acquire that customer profitably. And guys, think long term. Most people are thinking quick cash, quick cash. Build a real fucking brand. This is a long-term game. I've been in it for 9 years. I've failed multiple times. I've succeeded multiple times. I'm in this for the long term right now. And I think LTV, lifetime value of customer. It's not a marathon. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And we'll be sending out that free LTV calculator as well. Jacob, make sure to do that, please. Again, this is not a sprint. It's a marathon. This is the one metric that matters, guys, to reiterate. Return on ad spend, and that's what we shoot for, that 2.75 or more. Guys, turn shipping into an opportunity. I think some people are like, well, if I sell from multiple vendors, which is, if you sell from multiple vendors, there's going to be an increased shipping price. Rather than look at that in a negative light, look at it in a positive. Turn that into a positive and turn it into an opportunity and make money based on that. So set up tiered shipping rules and get your margins up that way. You don't need to deter them and scare them, but this is a good way to do it. Expedited shipping upsell, and I've even seen shipping insurance work. And you could set standard shipping, expedited shipping, you can set multiple tiers. Really good. So I'm going to pause for a second, take a deep breath. Here's Prolific's digital advertising best practices, guys. Make sure to take notes on this part. It's really important. We train all of our clients and our mentorship accelerator students on this and go way deeper. Target passionate niche audiences. We like niche products. We like pairing a product with the right market, and that works all the time. Try your big winners on Canvas or other home decor type products. Guys, think people that are 30 plus with jobs and that have discretionary income to spend. We're not targeting people we hope buy. We're hyper targeting our audiences. So again, think of that person that is a little bit older, like I'm 28, around my age, that has a little bit of discretionary income to impulsively purchase your product. Don't target the bottom feeders. Target the people that have the money, that aren't just going to wait for the discount only. And that's where you're really going to find success. And women buy at a high propensity online as well. So take that with a grain of salt, but we obviously target women and men, but that's the age demographic that we're looking at right there. Guys, here's the marketing mix. Obviously, we use Facebook and Instagram. That's our majority. That's our breadwinner. That's where we spend the majority amount of money. But use and test a healthy mix of multiple platforms to drive purchase volume and sales. Depending on what you're selling, Google Shopping might be a good avenue to sell. Build out highly segmented campaigns on each platform to determine which vertical is driving the highest purchase volume at the most efficient cost. Guys, we use all of these platforms synergistically, and we integrate them. And literally, we're actually looking at a 2.75 blended. It's not just Facebook. We're looking blended in terms of a return on ad spend across all ad platforms. And we take that average. That's how we kind of look at our statistics. And guys, have creative and copy tailored specific to each advertising platform that would best resonate with that specific consumer that's on that ad platform. I see way too many early stage and even companies that have $1 million plus in revenue already overlook their creative and their copy. And if I were to put a wager on it, I would assume 80% of the people on this webinar that have tried this and or scaled already are not looking as in depth as they should at the creative and copy and tailoring it for each specific ad platform. Guys, video ads, these work really well with us. It allows us to visualize the product in their homes, in their closets, and it really brings your message to life. Not to mention that you can get a much higher reach at a lower cost. But how to use them? Create a campaign using the video views objective. Use existing videos that you have or create videos simply on your smartphone with apps like Quick, VidLab, Boomerang, or Video Shop. And then here's a tip. After you've run your video ad campaign, create an engagement audience from your video viewers and target them in your next ad campaign to re-engage the audience that has already shown interest to buy your product or in your brand or in your business. I see a lot of people overlook this, and especially as ad costs inflate a bit, you can combat that by testing out video ads. We're actually testing out video ads on Snapchat right now, on Instagram stories and Facebook. All are working pretty well. And then create stunning video advertisements. The first 3 seconds are what matters. I've said this before multiple times, but the first 3 seconds, you have to captivate that viewer and get them to watch the remainder of your video. I like looking at 10, 15, even 30-second video ads, but I really care about that first 3 seconds because that's what really gets them engaged and gives them the ability to either click or swipe up. Unboxing ads work. That's like, let's say I bought this iPhone or whatever, right? And I'm unboxing the iPhone and I'm saying, hey guys, I just bought this iPhone. Swipe up. It's really awesome. Blah, 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 right? You can do that with home decor items like a canvas, throw it on your wall, unbox it. And you can do that with all types of print-on-demand products and all products in general. And user-generated content really works. Like sometimes we hire influencers specifically, like not just to post about us, but just to create user-generated content. And it shows that the mom really likes our kids and youth T-shirt that they just bought for their daughter's graduation or whatever it is, right? Whatever event that it is for. But user-generated content always wins. And guys, split test different thumbnails on your video ad. We like to test 3 to 5, and 3 to 5 is really important because it gives us the ability to really see what's going to work. Here's some Facebook creative best practices. Have a clear call to action with overlay text. Adding bright colors really work and increase your click-through rate significantly. If you watch the Fire Festival recently, like they use orange and it works, man. Orange, pink, yellow, green, it stops them in this inundated news feed these days. Here's some top of the funnel creative best practices. It gives context to how to use the product, gives context to who the product's for, and then it speaks to the end user. The product is in the foreground. I know they're selling boots. I know they're selling a bracelet. I know they're selling an apparel piece of some sort here. I know they're selling boots. So make sure you focus on that. Here's bad top of the funnel creative. This brand is selling bracelets and it's nowhere in the ad. Like, I don't know if they're selling a hat, shorts, a swing, whatever, right? This is bland. It's just a boot. There's no background. There's nothing cool and captivating. This brand's selling watches and you never really know. Bad funnel, bad top of the funnel creative. Top funnel copy best practices. It isn't salesy unless it's a sales period. You have to be concise and to the point. You shouldn't have a long explanation unless it's absolutely necessary. Here's a good example: luxury style at affordable prices. Urban streetwear essentials without the retail markup. And testimonials really work here. Bottom funnel creative. Here's a great one from HelloFresh. Here's one from one of our mentorship accelerator students. It's not as brand heavy. Focus is clearly on the product or service, and it's a singular product ad or creative. User-generated content with a model really works. Here's bottom of the funnel copy that we use for some of our agency clients. And guys, we work with clients that are distributed in Neiman Marcus, Saks Fifth Avenue, Bloomingdale's, Macy's, Barney's, and so on and so forth. We help them get online. So one of our brands was actually featured in Vogue magazine. And here's something we use, featured in Vogue magazine, starting at $45. Free shipping and returns worldwide. Hey, babe, or whatever you want to replace babe with, you can save 15% off today only. It's awesome. Like, you're giving them a reason to really be like, oh, I want to hop on that bandwagon. All right, here's something. And by the way, we can answer Q&As on that at the end, but how to build your team and grow, guys. This is something I see that's often overlooked. We manage our team via free tools like Trello and Slack. We hire product launchers and file editors. We hire creative like product design and ad design. We hire copywriting like blog and emails and product descriptions. And we hire customer support, all primarily overseas. And I'll give you like an example. One of our stores, our faith-based store that I'll show you here in a second, generates over about $1 million a year. And we spend, I don't know, around less than $15,000 all in, like on all of these things, like bloggers, copywriters, ad design, product design. So just to give you an understanding that if you hired someone in America to do that, you can, but it's going to cost a lot more. And so we're very efficient with how we work with our teams. And in our Mentorship Accelerator program, we actually go hand in hand and hire people with you and train them to build you a sustainable business. If you don't have the skill sets yourself, obviously save money where you can and do everything that you can. But if you don't know, time is money and you have an opportunity cost if you waste. So now that I went through all that information, this is what we do. We have an agency business, but we also have an academy, which is our Mentorship Accelerator program. And we're accepting a few students right now to handhold them. And we really incubate brands and people that show promise. And I'm just going to go a little bit over what our program entails. This is an 8-week, 2-month, one-on-one personal mentorship program with myself and my partners. This isn't with someone else. This is with us directly, instilling our years of success in a short amount of time. Your learning curve will guaranteed be reduced, and we will allow you to scale profitably. Guys, we've taken several startups and e-commerce stores, as mentioned above, and I will show you right after this. We've taken them and changed their lives and their businesses. One went on Shark Tank, and we have so many more success stories. Actually, we've generated over $10 million and counting through our Mentorship Accelerator program, and it's only been open for a little over a year. So I'm just going to go briefly into it. Week 1, we go into audience insights on Facebook and other platforms. We do a competitive analysis. We reverse engineer your competitors to fully understand the niche deeply. Week 2, typically we go into sales data-driven product research, where we actually handhold you through Amazon, Etsy, AliExpress, and teach you how to source products on those marketplaces and reverse engineer your competitors, whether they're using Shopify or WooCommerce or whatever. And we actually handhold you and do that. Then we go into the vendor build out, where we actually use Printify and even other platforms sometimes. If we have a drop shipping product that we think that we can sell, we're not opposed to it. And we really let the data determine how we're going to actually source our products. We actually do that over a week's period of time together tactically. And then we go through our website setup. And today, for joining this webinar, if you join our Mentorship Accelerator program, we're actually giving our prolific theme as a bonus in our Mentorship Accelerator program. I've spent over $20,000 this year developing that theme, probably more by now. And it has all of our conversion best practices already installed into the theme itself. And then we're actually going to go in, download the apps, and then configure the apps and all of the optimizations and scripts on your website for you and teach you how we do it. Then we go into organic marketing, where we teach you our influencer marketing tactics. Prolific actually has a network on Instagram. If you follow me, it's my Instagram's Ramsey.io. You could see, like, I actually posted something that went viral. I have 3 videos that went viral, and we use this for all of our brands. We actually have a network on Instagram where we can push traffic through, and it's really awesome. We're one of the only people that actually can do this legitimately. In addition to that, we're going to give you our outreach templates and our deal structures with influencers, and we can even teach you how to hire a web scraper for very cheap to source bloggers, to reach out to YouTubers, Instagram accounts, etc. And then the next week, we go into email automation. We set up all your sequences for you, whether you use MailChimp, Klaviyo, or another one, another email provider. We audit your current accounts and likely reconstruct them. And then we actually set up your drip sequences and all your flows. And that's where Jacob gets on and really just kills it for you. And then the last 3 weeks really in our program is solely focused on advertising. It doesn't take, you don't learn advertising overnight, guys. Paid marketing takes time. It's not going to happen over one call. So we like to spend a good bit of time on this, where we audit your accounts and reconstruct them. We build your account properly with our best practices that we use on a daily basis. We're probably spending upwards of $50,000 or more a day right now in paid acquisition. And then we look at, your brand and your products, and we create an omni-channel healthy marketing mix where we say, hey, this could work on Google, this could work on Facebook, this could work on Pinterest, this could work on Snapchat. And we really look at your business holistically and craft the right marketing mix and infrastructure behind that. And we do that for the rest of the program. And that's with us. That's not someone else. We actually go in there and help you on a one-on-one basis. And again, we're going to give you our Prolific theme from joining from this webinar. And it's amazing, man. So if you're interested in that, apply now. It's at prolific.media/academy. We actually invest our time into doing this. So this is not something that we actually have dozens and dozens of people in at the same time, because our time is actually building our own businesses. And so this is something that we actually do, and it adds a tremendous value. So Jacob, if you can drop the link, that would be awesome. It's www.prolific.media/academy. And guys, here are some case studies. One of our clients was on Shark Tank 2 weeks ago. By installing the Prolific theme, we increased their website by 4% in conversion rates. We helped them gather 30,000 emails. They wouldn't even have had one probably. They would have had a lot less. So we really built the website and the house properly. We built and scaled their FB and Google. And I love these guys, man. These guys at Saucemoto are brilliant. They're introducing POD, print on demand, right now into their store to actually increase their average order value. And guys, we completely wiped out their inventory in the first week. And obviously Shark Tank helped, but a lot of the things that we did, they wouldn't have done without working with us. So I spent literally an all-nighter for 3 nights just helping them get ready for Shark Tank, and we absolutely crushed it. Here's another niche store and a student that within the first 60 days of working with us, they had something, an idea, but it wasn't really baked out yet. And they were selling in the animal niche. And we helped them get to over $100,000 with a 50% return rate on their customers by implementing some of those back-end automations that we did with SMS marketing, some of the other tools that we told you about. Again, we changed this person's life. Here's another one, a motivational canvas store that we built and helped scale to over 200 grand in 1 month. That one was a fun experience, and we got a lot of understandings and learnings on how to scale another canvas store or home decor wall art store online. And then this one I love. It's memesforjesus.com. This is like our baby. This is one of ours. It's in the faith-based niche. You can check it out. I'm giving it to you to look at. So I don't hide anything. We're completely transparent. And I think this has 8-figure potential, honestly. And this was a mentorship accelerator student that we literally helped change his life. Now he has a coffee shop, and now we own the brand. And he helps us post content. You can go on Memes for Jesus and check it out on Instagram and on Facebook. We have almost 1 million followers on that one. Cryptic Apparel, they were inventorying products. Once we introduced them to Printify and hold the whole print on demand mentality, we changed their business. They had issues keeping top sellers in stock, certain sizes in stock. We increased cash flow with print on demand and really improved their testing with new products at a really rapid rate. This is Lumi. He joined our mentorship accelerator program, and he's brilliant. This is a great example of a great canvas wall art store. I take a look at it. It's just awesome. Look at him on Instagram. Follow him. He's a brilliant. He collabs with Adobe. He's worked with Netflix. He's actually the one who designs all of our landing pages. So the one that you went to, the prolific.media/academy that you can go to right now to apply to our accelerator program, he actually designed it. So we actually brought him onto our team. That's actually what our goal is. Our goal is to make you proficient enough to have a side income where we can actually say, hey, this person could actually work with Prolific. Like literally, that's actually our goal. Again, it's an 8-week one-on-one mentorship accelerator with the Prolific executives. It's not a group thing. It's a one-on-one direct value-added program. Guys, we help create thoughtful and thriving businesses. Apply now. It's at prolific.media/academy. And today, I'm going to give you the Prolific theme to join. I think I could sell that alone for $3,000. So if you apply now, we're going to give that away for people who apply from this webinar. And yeah, we're just really excited to help you out. So regardless, like take this information and do what you can with it. Money loves speed, guys. So act. And I think that's my presentation, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I really, really appreciate your time tonight. I'm still in the office. We work really hard. And yeah, I think we should go to a question and answers now. So we can have a live question and answers right now.